And so I got these really cheesy, entertaining and etiquette books, and people are editing it for like freedom. Right. Alba edited one of them, and it was like how a lady is supposed to get dressed, aka how to train your houseboy. How do you see like etiquette and like dinner parties and hospitality intersecting with like work towards like justice?
Gotcha.
Why is feeding people important?
It is a very Southern thing. It is. If you go to someone's house in the South, when you come in, they're going to offer you something to drink or ask you if you'd like a bite of something. And if you say no, you're probably going to get asked 3 or 4 times. It's better just to say, sure, I'll have a bottle of water. Then they feel that they've taken care of you as a guest. But it comes from really a deep agricultural tradition of by the time you got someplace else, there was no place to stop. And the expectation was that you would not only come, but you would share a meal with them while you were there. And that you would be offered, strangers would get offered something to eat. And in cold climates, it was a place of shelter because it meant life and death. You didn't have some place to go. Real Southern. That's what our mama and them used to do.
Well, I think the intersection of hospitality and etiquette and what it means to, like, you got some home training in terms of taking care of people, I think it's deeply rooted in the Southern tradition. I think a lot of what, especially for Black folks, it was important who were strangers on a strange land to actually embody what it meant to like welcome people. And I think when people think about Southern hospitality, oftentimes it's not just like a little something that because it's the South, is because Black folks who have been serving white folks for hundreds of years actually embodied that and even did it in a way when they were forced to do it that still showed what it means to welcome people. And so those traditions and that the spirit of caring for folks and the spirit of you know, what it meant to welcome people is an important legacy that we build on and should be implemented and always be mindful of in our work in social justice, right, in terms of taking care of people, making sure that, you know, we utilize the Southern traditions. You gotta have food. You can't be organized in the South without feeding folk, you know what I mean? That's just like hospitable. And so I think that it's important to always remind ourselves, especially in the South, like how the South has gotten this, you know, the Southern hospitality. It wasn't because, you know, the South is so friendly. We know it's like the home of, you know, the Confederate, but it is the enslaved Africans and the descendants of those folks who actually embody what it means, even under like the harshest oppressions, even with like the, you know, the smallest amounts of food or smallest amounts of housing or whatever, to treat people, you know, as if they're family already. And so, yeah, I think it's important if we really think about beloved community and our values and what it means to, yeah, to love and to envision a world we want. It has to show up in the way we take care of each other now. Liberation in every step. Even when we serving up, you know, peach cobbler or something. So, those are my thoughts.
Thank you.
But there are things in here that jump out to me that are just so basic. A gentleman knows how to make others feel comfortable. And that sounds great to me.
Yeah, I experiment. I host dinner parties. I try to, well, one of those is like you have to curate your guest list. And like, people who don't already know each other, you have to like, you know, build some community. Like, you're sitting next to this person. There was one of them.
Extend your hand.
There's one part I was like, I introduced this person. And I was like, I don't know. Kind of classic, but like, can be subverted.
Totally. But some of that stuff is important in terms of like some of the home training stuff. Like, everything can't just go out the door.
No.
You know, in gay or inside of organizations or whatever, where we're like, screw the system, no holds barred, we can act however we want. And you're like, no. How do we
be polite to each other?
Yeah, or like model our values in our interactions. Which I think is so cool. This is so cool.
Tell me about how the morning grind came to fruition. That was
The Morning Grind was a collaborative between Cat Johnson, Cherry, and myself. What we wanted was to wake up in the morning and have a little something to eat, but to do an old school R&B dance. And all the music is, well, almost all the music is out. There's some Beyonce and a little, you know, Don't Believe It, Just Watch, you know, it's in there. However, the idea was, it's coming from an era when people would turn out the lights in the basement for a party, and that's when the grind would begin. Everyone had a partner, and they danced very close. They might not make much movement around the floor, but much movement up against each other. And that was the grind part. R. Kelly spoke to it in his song, Bump and Grind. And so that was to go back to that time and to do it with our folk and have that same music. And you're going to have a party, got to have something to eat, so we have a little food. And we dance to R&B.
But it's interesting, I saw that because we're specifically in Gaycation and then general, you know, inside of song, are trying to think about, what homo hospitality looks like and what radical hospitality actually means with like such a culture of individualism, you know, and cliquishness. More broadly, not just inside of the song, but just like people being like, my chosen family, only the three of us forever, and not being able to like reach out to each other and be like, hi, what's your name? Who are you?